Hey, it's the Geek Protagonist. Sorry for the darkness. It's getting a little dark out here. I think it's about to snow soon. The temperature's about to drop. I wanted to get this off because I rewatched it. So, like I said, I still will do these every now and again. So we gotta bring that noise. Let's see, for that Cruella. Now, I seen little things popping up saying that there's going to be a Cruella trailer. There's going to be a Cruella trailer, or Cruella DeVille, seeing how this thing was going to pan out. I was curious. Because when we got this thing going, right? You basically got... you had Glenn Close play the live action. See, the funny thing is, a lot of people think the Disney thing kind of just started where they kind of repeated the stuff. They repeated the whole let's redo movies when they kind of didn't. I mean, they did it a while back because Glenn Close was legit Cruella DeVille. I think it was 101 Dalmatians or whatever, and she fit really well. So they got this one, which is more of a beginning story or origin story, and I like what I see. I think Emma Stone is a very awesome actress, and it's funny because she can play. Well, she's in an interesting place. She's beautiful, but she could also she could play like the beautiful dame kind of woman, or she could also play the girl next door, and both transitions work perfectly. She seems like a person you could hang around and just be cool with. She seems very down to earth, like a lot of things I've seen of her, so I like her. But then yet she's also a very talented actress. Then you have this, and it was really cool. Look like there's a little bit of magic in there too. And watching the trailer, seeing where she did the thing where she came in that really crazy looking coat, and then she lit it on fire, and the whole thing ashed off of her, and she had this crazy red dress on. And it was funny because I didn't know that much about this Cruella movie, and I thought at first it was gonna be why can't I remember her name right now? She played Nanny McPhee. I can't remember her name right now. But I thought she was going to be Cruella. And when they did this, I was like, okay, you're showing Cruella DeVille very young. And it's kind of interesting because it kind of shows her she's like a criminal a little bit. And I'm like, wait a minute, you got a little criminal element here? It kind of has that old 1940s. And I was like, but she has that obsession with animals. How is this going to play out? Because she's like, I've always been bad. And I'm like, okay. So here's my thing with Disney. Did I like Aladdin? Yes. Did I review Aladdin? No. I should have, but I didn't. Things go on. Life happens. I'm trying to play catch up, people. So please forgive me. But I liked Lion King. They both worked for me in their own way. I like Jungle Book. Maleficent 2 to me kind of went a little nuts, but either here or there. But my main thing when it came to Disney is I wanted them to start doing stories, kind of like how they did Maleficent, where you knew enough about the character, but there was a lot more to unpack there. And I know Disney has those books called The Villains, and they also had that Twisted Tales thing where it's like the villains win, and I want to try to get my hands on a few of those books actually. Very interested to see how they're being told. So this looked cool. First off, Emma looked like she had a blast. Just off the thing of her being able to be this cruel, wicked person, and she just seems like for the trailer, it looks like she's going to chew this role up. And I'm like, that's good. That's actually a really good thing. But I like that feel. It felt like it was like a Disney criminal kind of story. Like, she's a bad guy, and you see how she gets to that point. So how does she become Cruella DeVille, the one we know, the one with all the money and all of the stuff? Like, how did we get to that point? Well, apparently she was a bad guy or a bad person or a villain. And I guess she stole the empire. I don't know. But I'm actually curious. Emma Stone, I also like the fact that you saw she had the red hair, it looks like. And I guess Cruella dyed her hair to be the black and the white or whatever. I didn't know what that was originally. So I was like, oh, okay. So she has the red hair. She changes her hair. And it looks like she's like kind of nuts. And she's a bad person. Now, this is more of the type of movies I want from Disney. I don't want them just to rehash the movies they already did as the cartoon movies and the Disney Renaissance and just make them live action and stuff. I want movies where it delves into other parts of the story. It dabbles into other places. Things that we may not have normally seen. And it doesn't always have to be a villain. But the villains are a good place, at least, because we don't know a lot about the villains from the movies besides they're the bad person and they do this. There's a lot of open room. Even if you do other cartoons and prequels, there's a lot of room to get to that point. Like, I wouldn't mind seeing an Ursula movie, honestly, to see how Ursula got to where she got to. But they didn't try to race swap anything or nothing like that. It just seems like they just went pure towards, hey, this is what we're going to do. We're going to show Cruella and what it is. And I like that. I don't know if you guys seen it, but I like what I saw. Like I said, it looks like it's a criminal story, which I think is really cool to see her, like how she got her 2 henchmen, maybe how she got her rise to power. How was she able to do this? Because see, Maleficent, they played up a thing on switching the story up a little bit. I don't know if you've seen it, so spoiler alert. But Maleficent wasn't as bad as she was. She had reasons for being that bad. And she was, in some aspects, kind of a jaded hero, I guess you could say. Or like a person who was good that became jaded that had to become good again. But it was like that ends justify the means. She could go full on wicked when she had to. I don't want that from Cruella. It looks like there's an accident over here. I hope everybody's okay. Yeah, I don't want that for Cruella. I want her to be a bad person through and through. Maybe, get those redeeming qualities, but how, but she, even from the trailer, she's like, I was born bad. Like, I want her to play that up, and I want to see just a really cool criminal thing. Give her some interest. Like, I don't know if you ever watched Bonnie and Clyde. Like, you can get a feel for that character and still look at them like, okay, they're a terrible person, but they're a whole person. And that's what I kind of want from Cruella. I don't know if you've ever watched any type of criminal type of things, but that's what I want. So you guys tell me what you think. I don't know if you've seen it. I'll try to remember the link of this thing in the description. But I liked what I saw. I didn't want to give too much away, but it's mostly like her becoming who she is. And she seems very wicked in the trailer. And Emma getting to play a bad person seems like really, like she likes it. And I think it's cool. And this might be something big for her. So, you guys tell me what you think. This is the Geek Protagonist. You stay safe, you stay healthy, you stay real. I hope this is a Disney, fingers crossed, this is a Disney criminal story. And she stays a bad person. She doesn't do that redeeming thing. She stays bad the entire time. That's what I want. And more like this, Disney. Things that delve into other stuff. More like this. Not you just repeating stories. And I'll see ya.